Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our continued playthrough of Myth Dark Frontier. But before we get to that, I don't have any corrections to make. I just want to make some commentary. I hope you'll bear with me through that. As I was getting ready to film, I usually sit down and watch some videos on YouTube of the people I admire and respect that do this also, and it could be anybody. It's just, I just want to get myself kind of in the mood. This is a pretty tough process. Get ready to do that, and I don't know if you even would want me to mention this, but I was watching a vlog from somebody I respect a great deal, Robert Oren, who not only has a great channel, but he's an old dude like me, just trying to have some fun with this. But he's taken things to another level. He's really trying to help people, and I'm not going to get into the context or of this vlog. You can go watch that. I highly recommend you go watch his channel. Not that he needs my help in recommendations, but he kind of inspired me. So, I've been promising to get a channel update done, and I haven't done it. Now, there's been a couple of reasons. One was I was waiting for something that didn't happen, so I had to change gears and try and figure out something else. And I have now. I've done that. But also because I needed to talk about some things, frankly and honestly, I kind of... We're of a similar vein, I think. Robert Oren's a pretty straight shooter. I am too, and so I wanted to share some things, just shooting straight with people, and I just had been reluctant to do it. I don't know why. Usually I'm not. So I hadn't gotten to my channel update, but he kind of inspired me to do it. I just want to say, if he's listening or watching, you're an inspiration, Rob, and you inspired me to get that channel update done, and also to paint and do other things. So I hope that things go the way you want. And for him and us. And by the way, people coming down on folks for asking for Patreon money or trying to find ways to make revenue sources out of this, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's how we're in a capitalistic society. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm not trying to get rich doing YouTube. I'm not. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about being a celebrity. What I want to do was present something to you all that's fun, that you'll enjoy, okay? Some people are going to, as Rob said, some people can hide behind a keyboard. It's very easy to hide and be ugly and nasty. I just wanted to do something fun for you, for the community, and not lose my butt doing it financially. So I've tried I just want to make enough money where it kind of pays for itself, at the very least, pays for itself to do this. And I don't have to worry about it financially, especially given the circumstances of my life. And just touching on some of the things, I have a special needs child, doctor bills. I can't even begin to tell you. It's okay. You have no idea. So as people judge or criticize, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes with people, right? You don't. And I don't normally talk about these things. I normally keep them all to myself, and because it's my life, and I'm responsible for my world, and I take ownership and accountability for it. But I also had run into a very unethical job situation that forced me to resign, or not forced me, but made me choose the right path, which was to resign from a job where I sacrificed my income for a while, and I've made up for that in a couple of different ways. But this isn't one of them. This still cost me money to do, and I keep doing it. And I say cost me money. I mean, you guys are supporting me to some degree, but that's the reason I ask for support. It's not because I want to get rich doing this, okay? If I wanted to turn this into a business, I would go seek some investment capital. I would kickstart something big, and I would invest in a studio. I've thought about doing that, but I'm just having fun with it, right? Anyway, I'm going to quit ranting. That's what I have to say. We're going to get into I don't want you to waste your time. You probably came here to see how this was going to end. The last thing I'll mention is there's a new channel, guys. I really want you to support this guy. He's really making an effort. I love his videos, actually. The one he's doing right now on the 7th continent is awesome, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm not going to give you the link or anything. You can go find it. It's easy enough. It's called Meet Me at the Table. He has joined the Tube Tablers too, so you can find him there. I highly recommend it. His first series of myth videos I watched, and he did a great job with them. And man, he really hit his stride with the 7th continent videos that he's doing. They're fantastic. Anyway, you'll really enjoy them. He's hilarious. He's getting really emotionally involved in it in a positive way. It's great. So go check that out. That's really key. I think we can continue to grow out our fun community of people. I noticed that I scared off my one thumb downer. I guess he's not doing it anymore. He probably come back after I say this, but he's gone too. So anyway, let's get on with the playthrough. Man, we're having a tough time, guys. Okay, so, but we have a chance this time to either win or lose, really. It's going to come down to that. And we're going to get started right now by laying out the, we're going to start our planning phase and lay out our cards. You know how that goes. I got the deck for the bad guy right here. We're going to go uno, dos, tres. You just saw the extent of my Spanish. And then we're going to pick the actions for our characters and get them going. So let's do that. Okay, like I said in the last video, I'm not going to show you all of my decision making around the actions, and we're just going to get to them. I spent the first 6 or 7 episodes showing my decision process. I think you kind of know how it goes. But as you can see, we do have a couple of pieces missing from the city of Farron-Rock. We did take a couple of hits there. City's still in decent shape. If we only need 3 more hits. We got 4 more hits on this guy. We got 5 on him now to bring him down, and that would actually create a victory, I guess the secondary victory situation for us. But that's going to be really hard to do because we're not in good shape. Our apprentice only has 2 hits left, our soldier only has 1 hit left, and our brigand, who's in pretty good shape, is doing okay, but we're in a rough spot. So we're going to get right to our morning actions. I'm going to shuffle these up real quick, and hopefully we get some things done here. And also, why I'm trying to bring this guy down, things are piling up in Farron-Rock, and it could lead to a really bad situation for us. I mean, we're in a dire situation, but we're not hopeless. It's kind of interesting. I like that about the game, actually. And now that I've kind of gotten the siege portion of the game down, it feels a little better. So what do we get? Okay, so the first thing we're going to get is a battle card for our apprentice who is here with the bad guy. That's what I was hoping for. However, we are going to do a couple things. One is, I'm definitely going to spend a rage die, this rage die here, in order to do a point of damage to somebody. And that somebody is going to be our enemy Bones. I'm doing it this way with her because I don't want her to take damage, or I want to avoid taking damage. So now we only need 3 more for him. Then we're going to actually battle. But what we're going to do is we're going to take out these minions. She's going to fight them. And the reason being is because, in other words, oh, wait. I got the wrong dude. Sorry, that's our same scenario. That's not our apprentice, it's our rogue, our brigand. He's there though. So we spent the rage die to deal 1 damage. So I could lose shadows to gain 2 damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to have him continue to attack Bones. I was going to have the apprentice attack the minions because I don't want her taking damage. So we're going to lose shadows. We're going to do that to get an additional D10. That'll give us 2 D10, which means we could do 2 points of damage. In addition, we ignore 1 damage dealt to you during this action. So we're going to be in good shape here with our brigand. Let's roll and see what we get. A 7 and 10. That's going to be 2 more points, guys, to our bad guy, because we got the extra D10 to do it with. There we go, 2. So that is now, situation's looking quite different, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we did our battle, and then we're going to spend 1 of these. Now this could go poorly for us to regain his shadows. So he slips out of he rages, does a point of damage, slips out of shadows, attacks the bad guy, gain an additional D10 when resolving this battle action, and then we also were able to ignore a bit of damage, but he didn't do any. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to double check on the battle just to be sure that I didn't give the bad guy 1 extra point of damage. He would have taken 1 regardless, but did he take 2? I'm pretty sure that's correct in this scenario. It doesn't. See, this is one of the things it doesn't really explain. When you get the extra D10, do you actually get the extra damage? I can't imagine you wouldn't, but I'm going to check it out. It does simply say for each die result that equals or exceeds the enemy's rank defense target number, the player deals 1 damage. Yeah, so I have to think that that's correct. So we actually did 2 points of damage in that moment to the villain, which is outstanding because that could mean we could result in a victory here. However, that does end the brigand's turn. So we're going to move on, and hopefully we get some heroes first, because if we can do 1 more point of damage, he's done. And look what we got. We got the battle for our apprentice. So the first thing we do before we can spend any dice is do our... Oh, I got to roll these first. Sorry, guys. I have to roll those. Okay, we got 1 darkness and 1 arcane. Not terrible. Okay, so let me see. Do I have anything that can help here? I do have... I do have this apprentice, reluctant hero. If you roll a darkness in the fate pool, place 1 damage on this card to re-roll it. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to place 1 damage on him and re-roll this darkness, which I get a guile, which is good. I'll take that. Now our attack. our attack on him. What are we going to do? Before you resolve an action, you may turn. Nope, we're not going to do that. I'm looking for something that can do some damage. Wait. Hero's Edge after hero rolls. Okay, so we have the ability to do a reroll, but we're only going to get 1 die. However, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. If she can just do this 1 damage, I mean, it could hurt her to do this. I was going to attack these guys instead, but if we can kill him, we kill him. Oh, are you kidding me, guys? So not only does she not kill him, she takes another point of damage, leaving her with 1 health left. Oh, but maybe not. We're going to use this. After an assault, no. After a hero rolls a d10 for a skill test, the hero may okay, this is not a skill test. This is a battle. So that is epically failed. But can we do this? Reroll any number of d10. No, we don't have any faith. We can't do that. We can draw our last spell. So we will spend the arcane die to do that and get our last spell. Research. Okay. We'll worry about what that does later. We'll re-roll this then. It is still an arcane die. Man, oh, this is so close, guys. That probably cost us the game right there. Because here comes our corruption. All right, corruption, raise the corruption track. So let's look at the corruption one on here. It says increase the corruption track by 1. Each player must discard 1 influence or resolve a muster. Well, here's our influence, so we can do that. There we go. Resolved. But the corruption track does go up by 1, and it is already at the top of the track. So each hero in Bones area must discard 1 ally or suffer 2 damage. Well, here's the good news. I guess Bobby is going away, so we can discard an ally from the Apprentice. And yes, we can discard Father Andrews. Finally served his purpose from our Brigand. So we do not suffer the damage. Those were the 2 heroes that were in that space with Bones. So we pushed our allies in front of us. Okay, well, let's continue on. What are you going to do there? If applicable, then spawn minions. We are going to spawn minions based on this, right? So, oh, we didn't because we spent the supplies, so we don't actually do that. In addition, we perform a muster for each nature in the fate pool. Well, we do have those, so we have to perform a muster. I'll roll both of these. Why not? We get a faith and a rage, but we have to place minions in those spots, so let me grab those. I think you still do that. I don't see why you wouldn't. And the rage is going right here with this captain, so we got these 2 clowns right here. Oh, also, I forgot to underlay all those folks right here. They're not delayed. Okay, then I believe that is going to... We don't have any darkness, so now we resolve the siege. Move Bones 1 area forward or towards Farron, then resolve an assault in Farron. If at least 1 stability is lost in the assault, discard 2 resources. Ouch. Okay, so he moves to here. There is an assault in Farron because there's enemies in Farron, and I almost guarantee there's going to be a hit. Okay, so we're going to be rolling 4 dice, and we need to roll a 6 or less to damage Farron. We absolutely did damage Farron, so there's going to be another stability gone from Farron, and let me see, do I have a way to prevent it? I thought that I did in the spell or something like that. When a structure would be removed from an enemy attack, you may suffer 1 damage. When a hero, instead, she can't suffer any damage. Nope, we're going to have to take the hit, which means we're also going to lose 2 resources. So I guess we will, we'll knock down the central tower of Farron. The siege they're winning slowly, and then we have to get rid of 2 resources. I'll get rid of just 1 supply and 1. I'm going to get rid of both supplies because I don't think they're going to come out, and I can get more supplies more easily. So we get rid of those. We have 3 hope in there in case the hope issue comes up, and that resolves the siege, the siege portion of the corruption card. Okay, there we have it, guys. That's it. Now we know that our last player left is going to be our soldier. So we are going to fortify. We're definitely going to do that. So we're going to fortify the ruins there. Put a fortification there so we get more resources. And then it says you may re-roll any number of d10s in the fate pool. I don't care about that. We're good. We can discard 1 fury to choose a hero. Then choose that chosen hero may make a battle action or gain 1 fury. So we're going to do that. So I have a rage in the pool. It is right here. we're going to spend it to, and then spend one of the 2 fury that our soldier has left for the soldier to battle Bones. See if we can do him in this turn. This is our chance. We're going to have 2 chances, actually, assuming I don't lose the soldier right here. But let's see, a 5. So we did overcome his defense. His defense is 5, but we also took a damage. Okay, this is going to be an interesting scenario. Let me read. I'm going to have to do some reading. So, remember, if we equal or greater than the defense, we do damage. We did damage. Okay, just to go over that. Battle. A player resolves this action may attack a single enemy by rolling a d10 per enemy of that rank in the area for each die that results equal or exceeds. So we rolled a 5. That means we equaled the defense of Bones. His defense is 5. Okay, however, we also were under his attack value, so we took a hit as well. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Do we lose or do we win? It really comes down to that, doesn't it? Okay, defeated heroes. When a hero is defeated, they immediately resolve the following steps. Discard all damage tokens, reduce Farron stability by 1. Okay, well, we can still do that and survive. Lay the defeated figure on its side by the card. On its card. Okay, so he's going to go out of the battle. However, let's see what happens when we defeat the bad guy. So right now we did 9 points of damage to Bones. That kills him, right? So let's see. If the siege already began the conquest. Okay, we know that our only way to defeat this is to kill the enemy. I'm trying to see what happens. Damage and healing. Defeated enemies are placed near the enemy sheet. Okay, we know that. I got to figure this out. Hold on. Okay, it says if the heroes defeat him, they immediately win. The boss enters play only during a siege. Okay, so, man, that was... So our soldier went down. So he went down. He was defeated by Bones. But in doing so, dealt Bones the killing blow, doing 1 more point of damage to him and bringing him down. So we did lose another stability, so... Let's say that the gate went down in Farron Rock, right? And just as the gate was crumbling, the soldier did a death blow to Bones as he was about to enter the city and took him out. So, guys, amazingly, through this grueling playthrough, we won the game, I think, legitimately. I don't think I cheated in any way that would have made the game that much easier for us or put us in a place where victory was... certain. And you can see right up at the end, I mean, heck, I had a chance of just the soldier just going down, losing more instability. Look how we were pretty close, guys. I mean, we only had a couple of sections left to go on the city before it went down. And he was about to enter Farron Rock and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies there. That just would have been devastating. It would have been. So, guys, technically, we won the game, but man, it was really hair-raising. It's right up to the edge. And I know a lot of people, this is a weird playthrough. A lot of people stopped watching it, and I don't know if they just lost interest in the game or just thought I was going to lose. But I don't care. I kept going for the people that cared about it. And so here we are. So guys, that is the end of Myth Dark Frontier. Now, I have a lot of things that I need to get to the table. And I have this line of games that need to get there. One of them is Unknown. And to be honest with you, the reason it hasn't made it to the table yet is not because it's not a great game. I watched a playthrough. It looks really fun. And I think it's going to be great fun. But I want to do it right. And the rules, they're not complicated. I don't know how to explain this. There's a learning curve. I'm going through the learning curve to make sure I do it right. You know, like back when I did, a long time ago, I did Eldritch Horror out of the box. And I didn't do some playthroughs of it first, and I didn't get enough playtime in with it, and it made for a really rough game. I try to do my blind playthroughs that I do for you guys where I read the rules and go like you would do, which would help you understand what pitfalls you're going to run into, but I ran into too many pitfalls with Eldritch Horror. So I'm trying to be a little more careful with games, especially ones that people give to me to preview. And I don't want to make as many mistakes with those as I would for when I'm just playing. I don't really care. Well, I care, but you know what I mean. I don't care as much about making sure it's right if I'm just doing it for my own fun, not doing it for somebody else. And by the way, when I do these previews, nobody pays me for it. They might send me a copy of their game, but I don't get paid to do any of this. In fact, most of my games are paid for one way or the other. Either I traded, paid for, or something. And again, I try to use any money I do get out of the channel goes into reinvesting, like into a game or an update to software or camera or something like that. I just want to keep that clear, because this nonsense of not being able to make money doing this, unless you're Rodney Smith or one of the big guys, that's just nonsense. We all should be able to make a little something at it. I mean, we put a lot of time into it, even though it's fun, right? So I'm not trying to be rich at it. I just trying to make sure it covers itself and etc. Anyway, yeah, that some of the things I saw this morning on YouTube, especially Robert Oren, really got me just kind of riled up. Yeah, there's some not good people out there, and that's unfortunate, because there's a lot of us that just want to have fun with this and promote our hobby and enjoy it. And yeah, if we make a little money doing it, then great. If we don't, then I'm okay with that too. I'm not out saying I'm going to shut it down because nobody's paying me hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. No one's ever going to. It's not that kind of business. If I wanted to make tons and tons of money, I'd just scrap all the board game stuff and go focus on video games, because people do subscribe tons to that in YouTube. I mean, by the hundreds of thousands. Or I'd do something controversial, like some kind of political videos or something, who knows. Anyway, but this is what I like to do, and I like to demonstrate these games for you guys. So, in this case, for example, you've now seen how Myth Dark Frontier plays. You've seen its ups and its downs with the rules. I believe this is a good game, guys. I really, really do. I think the challenge for it is that, once again, MegaCon has written rules that have ambiguities in them. They don't complete the rules to satisfaction out of the gate. You have to go back to FAQs and forums on BGG to really get it right. So I hope you stuck with me through the end of this and my rants and everything like that. I do appreciate it. And I fully expect that you'll be seeing right next up on the table will be a playthrough. It's going to be a little tough because it's really not a co-op or solo type game, but I do want to demonstrate it because it's such a neat game, and that is The Rise of Moloch by Cool Mini or Not. So we're going to get that to the table, and I'm going to tell you, if anybody ever listens from Cool Mini or Not, if you want to go suggest to them, the best thing they could do is take these games that are one versus many like the others in this one, and do an app like Fantasy Flight. It's like revitalize the games for Fantasy Flight. I would not have ever invested $1 more in Mansions of Madness until the second edition came out, because the second edition made the game so much more enjoyable to me with the app. True of Descent, I only ever had the base box of Descent. When the app came out, second edition, I started playing it again. Yeah, it's just that simple. Star Wars Imperial Assault, one versus many, didn't play it that. We played it a few times, put it aside. App came out, started playing it. I mean, it's just the way that it goes. Now, I do have friends that have played almost all of the Imperial Assault stuff. It's just not me, because I really like it when we all get to play together and there's not just one person against the game. Like I enjoy like Gloomhaven a lot and things like that, where we have to strategize together. It's fun, or just pure competitive games. I mean, do one or the other, right? So played a lot of or a couple of games now of Rising Sun. And I like that game. Wow, that and Blood Rage are cool games. So anyway, guys, talk to you in the next series. This will be the end of Myth Dark Frontier. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you a really good insight into how the game plays. I believe that it did. And ups and downs, pitfalls, and mistakes. You saw everything. So, guys, I will see you in the next series. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And by all means, you don't have to like what I'm saying, but feel free to comment. I am who I am, and I don't expect everybody to like me or dislike me or anything else. But I am going to tell you how I feel in most cases, which, again, I was a bit inspired by what happened, what I saw earlier today, because I've been meaning to say some things to my audience, and I've been reluctant to do it, and kind of feel like I can and should do that soon. So, and besides, I have this stuff, I've been gathering this stuff to do these giveaways for you guys, and I got to get them going, or you're never going to get the games that I want to give away. They're sitting here in shrink collecting dust right now, so I want them played by you guys. So we'll get to it. One of them's the big full $120 copy of Darkest Night. So we got to get those out there. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching and subscribing. I'll see you in the next series. Take care.